Hi everyone. I want to welcome you today to the webinar. I'm going to go over the listing lead capture pages and the open house system that we have. But before I do that, I just wanted to quickly go over some questions. We get some questions regarding the signature and how to single space. So if you click on account information, go into your signature, you'll see you can click on the edit here. So what happens is if you type in client creator and hit enter, you'll see that enter, it starts a new paragraph. It's a word processor. It figures you're done typing and it's a new paragraph. So the trick to this is hold down the shift button and press enter, and that will single space. That goes with any word processor. If you're on Microsoft Word, that's how you do a single space. So you can put word.com. Shift, press enter. And the other question we have is resizing images. If you have an image that is too big, let's say you have something that shows up like that, just click on it. You see these little squares, you just drag them down to the corner and it'll slowly shrink the image down to the size that you want. And then you can just hit update. You can see if you go back into the signature, it's all there. So I'm going to get rid of that real quick. Okay, just a little trick, and we get questions about that on how to customize your signature, so I wanted to go over it for you. Okay, so the listing lead capture page, to do this, now again, before I even start, part of the concierge program that you are on, if you have a listing, you send that to us and our team will create it for you and customize it for you, so you don't need to do anything there. But again, I'm training on all of this, so I want you to see what the system can do and how to use it if you're so inclined to do it on your own. So you click on options and create a new website, and we're going to select the listing lead capture page. So the first section is entering in the full address, including the city and zip code. And the reason this is because it uses a map system for Google Maps. So it will pinpoint the property location on the maps automatically. And for a valid address, that's why you want to enter in a valid address. So I'm going to put in the full address again. For the test house. Listing, and you would just verify the address here, so you just click next step. MLS number, so you're going to put in whatever your MLS number is. Price $550,000. 4 beds, 3 baths, 3,500, whatever you have there. Listing home features, so you can put in a list of features here. Feature 2, feature 3, whatever you want. And then you'll have, you can add as many as you want. And there's another screen, you can go back to this if you need to on the setup screen. So just hit next step here and that'll take you to the next section. Description, you can put in your description for your home here, any special features or anything that you have. Normally if we have an MLS, we will copy and paste the description text that's in here, so you can do that as well. But I'm just going to put in short description text goes here and hit next. Okay, the next step is adding the pictures. You can have as many pictures as you want for your listing. The one thing that you want to make sure that your pictures are a decent size, but not too big. If you're taking them with your phone or with professional digital photography, the image sizes are probably quite large, so you're going to want to make sure that you reduce the size of those pictures before you upload them. We recommend usually below 500 kilobytes around, or a little bit lower. Primary reason for that is because you don't want people to have to take forever to load pictures. If they're over a megabyte in size each and you have 20 pictures, obviously that's going to take a long time to download, so that's the reason we do that. So to upload pictures, you just follow the steps here. Step 1, choose the plus icon here and click on that. You're going to choose the images that you want. If you want to select them all, I'm sure many of you know this, but hit Control A and it'll select them all. Hit open and you'll see them all displayed down here. Step 2, after you selected your images to upload, click the little up arrow and this will upload all of the images to your thing. You want to make sure that they all say file uploaded 100% before you click on done. And that says that right up here. Watch the progress bar, make sure they're all uploaded, and then click I'm done. And that will put your listing lead capture page on here. So the first thing you're going to notice is that it is an inactive website. So if you want to activate this, it's going to come up with an error, but I'm going to show you why. It says you must first assign an email campaign to this page before activating. So we're just going to go down here, select buyer prospect campaign, hit update, and then it will activate. So your website is now activated. So let's just preview it to see what it looks like right now, because we're going to customize it. So you have your default image here, you have the features, we have the slideshow images here, the description that you wrote up, the home information from the MLS, and here's the map of the information, or the map of the address that you put on here. So all of that's on here, and we'll be able to customize a couple of things on here. So I'm going to go back to this. The first thing is the lead capture page URL. That is the full URL for any postings that you're going to do. You can use there. We're going to create a shortened URL. Click on the add button. Now I've probably done this a couple of times previously, so I'm going to 2020. I'm just going to click and hit save. So that will be my new URL for the listing lead capture page. If I'm using any print material or if I want to send people to it directly, you can utilize that, so it's a little bit more customized for the listing. The template design is listing template. The name of the website is the name of the address. GPS is on. This is for the map system, so you want to make sure you leave that on. Background color, it is currently set to blue. If you wanted to change it, you can do that. If you wanted to change it to a green, you can do that. Hit save, and if you refresh it, you'll see it changes to a green. And then if you want to go and change the background picture. The background picture is this default for sale. So let's say you wanted to use a pattern, maybe. We got a couple of default patterns in here. You can select one of those. And then if you go back and refresh, you'll see it comes up with a pattern. And again, you can customize it. Actually, I'm sorry, if you want to upload your own picture, let's say you wanted to upload a picture of the home as the background. I can select any of these. Let's select a picture of the kitchen. And if you refresh it, you'll notice a picture of the kitchen will show up in the background. So yeah, you can pretty much do a lot of things with how the look and feel of the lead capture page is. I'm going to just change it back to a pattern. I think I selected this one. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, moving on. The headline is the next section. That will go at the very top. So let's do beautiful. Save, and that will appear at the top. Oh, I gotta shorten it. Now that's one thing, I'm glad I did that. You only have so, you want to keep it in this ribbon so it stays the nice size. So we might have to shorten it a little bit. So let's just change it to, just beautiful. There we go. And then that will be the displayed at the top. So yeah, I got a couple restrictions on this as far as text on there, because you want to make sure it stays within the ribbon. Sometimes if it can get too long, we don't want to have that. Okay, so we have the headline in there. Now here's the images that you have. If you had more images to add, you can add those. I'll just go through adding another one. I mean, it's pretty simple, almost exactly as we did it before. I'll just add this one. Okay, file uploaded 100%. I'm done. And you'll see that's the new image that's down here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and change the order of these. So let's say that I did not want to have this one first. I want to have this new one that I did. So I'm going to hit change order. And then I just take these arrows, click on it, and drag it up to the top. And you see everything moves away if you want to change the order. So let's say if I wanted to put these outside pictures all up here. I'm just going to drag that up here. Here's another outside image. Let's just say I want to put that after this one here. So we have all the outside images, then the interior images. So that changes the order of those. Now, the MLS information is the information that you entered previously. If you have to change that, you can just hit the change button here. And that'll bring up all of that information that you can update. If the price changes, you can always update that here. And that'll update on the website immediately. Listing features. Again, if you wanted to change any of the listing features that are on there, you hit the change. If you want to add another one, we just do feature 5 and add that in there. And you'll see that that will add this information in there. Feature 5 goes on there. Actually, to change the picture, I forgot we changed the order of the picture as well. Let's say you wanted to also, you know what, I didn't change the default picture on here. Let's say you wanted to have this interior picture as a default. So you just change that and select that default image and hit update photo. And then if you notice, that will change to the default picture. Your slideshow order will still stay the same as you have in the picture order, but the default picture, whatever you want to have display at the top here, will change to whatever you have selected as. Okay, so we go on over to features, the description, that's in that area there. Form headline text, that's going to go right above the form field. Let's say you wanted to have get more info on this home today, and save. And then if we go to refresh this, right above this form here, get more information on this home today, and that enters that information in here. And the form fields, so we can do this similar to the lead capture pages. Let's say you wanted to add a form field for cell phone. We got the name, email address. Let's say we want to add cell phone. Put a cell number, add form field, and save. And then hit refresh. And that's a cell number on there. Pretty easy. Okay, let's see. The form field text color, that's the text up here. If you want to change that color. If you change the background color and you want to change that text color, you can do that there. Submit text, you can change this to get it now. Or send me info. I want to do send me info. So I can just type this. Button changes, so then it will be sending the info down the bottom there. Okay. Submit button text color. Again, that changes the color of the text, the button name. So if you changed it to a lighter color, you might want to change the button text color to a darker color so it doesn't clash. Thank you text. This is text that will appear after the person engages on the lead capture page. So So if I engaged on this, and submit the information, you'll see that the thank you pay information goes off right up top there. So that's where that shows up. Pretty simple, right? Okay. Okay, we have thank you text, file after downloaded. If you wanted to upload a file, if you had a PDF of the home or more information on the home, whatever it may be, you can attach that file right there, and it will upload to the, so once they engage, they'll be able to download that information. Or if you wanted to redirect them after a sign up to somewhere else, you would just put that information here. You would just put the website address on there, and it'll automatically take them to that website. The last thing is the disclaimer header scripts. Those are the same as on the lead capture pages. If you have to put a disclaimer at the bottom, your DRE number, anything like that, you can put that in here. You would just add that at the bottom. Same thing with header scripts. These are tracking scripts or tracking cookies that you may have. This is for advanced only if you have that information. Wouldn't mess with that otherwise, because if you put wrong information in there or not the correct HTML, it could make your lead capture page inoperative. So be careful what you put in here. So the Facebook debugger is going to be the next section. That's going to be so that you can post it onto your Facebook business page and make sure that the display works properly, the images show up properly. So you want to go in and submit this to Facebook. You click on that, it'll automatically take you to it. Because it's a brand new URL, there's no information on here. So you want to click on the fetch new information. It will go out and pull all of the information that you've entered in on your lead capture pages. If this ends up empty, some of this is not showing in the pictures, perfectly normal. Just hit scrape again until it pulls up the images. It will pull them up. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. Oh, there you go. That was quick. Usually it's 2 or 3 times, I'm not going to lie, but it did pull that information up. So you see it pulls up the default image that you changed it to. The address of the property, the information there, and it's got the full link on here. So now what you can do is you can post it. Let's say you wanted to take this, copy this, and we're going to open up your Facebook business page. This is going to be your Facebook business page. And then you put the link in there. And it'll pull the information up just as you put it on there. So now you can get rid of this link. It's no longer needed because the link's already at the bottom there, and then you can check out this beautiful home for sale. Click below. And it'll have the, I'll put it on there for a second so everybody can see it. I'm sure this is pretty common for everybody, but I will put it on just so we can see that it takes you right to the lead capture page. I don't know why it's taking so long, but it is. Okay, so yeah, it is here, and it'll take you right to the lead capture page for the one we created. So let me get rid of this real quick before everybody sees it. So that pretty much will be the lead capture page for the listings. A lot of features, a lot of options, a lot of customization that you can do on this. So if you want to go back into it, if you're on your website listings, you'll see it appears right at the top here. Just click on the edit, it'll take you right back into to that screen to update the information. Very, very easy. The next thing we're going to do is going to be the open house. How to create an open house. Let's say we have an open house this weekend for this lead capture page. So to create a open house, you'll just click on options, create a new website, and you will see open house details. Now, this is for if you have an open house and you have an iPad or a tablet or even a laptop, and you want to get rid of the old style way for people to sign in to your open house. This is what you would use this for. It'll create a database of people for your open house so that they go into your system. You can sign them to the email campaigns, do follow up with them. So it's a nice digital way to create a database of the people who come into your open house. So we'll do open house for 326 Westwood Drive. Your website. Okay, and that's what the layout's going to be. Obviously, all of this is going to be customizable, and we will do that. So the first thing we're going to do is the colors and everything. That's all can be changed, just like the other lead capture pages could do. If you wanted to do the background color, if you wanted to do the green again. Refresh. Oh, sorry, body background color. All that changes there. So if you want to modify this in any way that you can, you absolutely can. Again, everything is pretty much customizable. So I'm just going to put it back to my peeps. Saving. There we go. Back to however you want to have it. Color scheme, if you don't like the orange, you can change that. Pretty simple. Don't need to go into all of that. But where you are going to change the details of are going to be the open house up top here. So the open house image, that's going to be this image. So let's say you wanted to use another image on here, and we will pick one of our, let's see, which one were we working with? Listings, let's say, okay, we'll do this one again. I'll upload, and refresh it, it'll be the new image on here. Open house address, we're going to change it to the 326 West. Go. Put that on there. That'll come up, changes the address right down here. The dates. Let's say we're going to do it on Saturday. February. What is Saturday? February 1st, maybe? 2020. So, puts the date up there. Open house details. Open house, Christie, thank you very much. Please fill out the information. Here's the sign-in form. Same thing. If you wanted to add forms, here to your form fields. You can modify, add different ones if you want to. Totally up to you. But this will also allow you to create a open house link. So we'll do a short URL. Open house 326. On there. So now if we go and we use this for at your open house, people can come right to the lead capture page and sign into your information right here, and it'll create a record. So let's just say I do it out. Put that on this so we can find it in the list. Back to the open house sign-up form. So it'll process everything for you automatically. So when we go into our, let's go back into our client list, you'll see it's got the open house information in here. So you'll have everybody in there for an open house, and whatever email campaign you have assigned to your open house, which is, again, I'll show you. I think that's the one we were working with. Was this one, was it? Yep, that's it. So go to options, email and text campaigns. You assign it right here. By default, it's buyer prospect campaign. But if you want to assign it to a new email campaign, you can do that here. And that'll automatically put them in your client list again, so you can see everybody here for the open house who signed in, and then they'll be in your database so that you can, one, they'll receive the Monday morning coffee automatically, and two, you'll have them for future contact and, you know, following up with them. Maybe that's not the house they're looking for, but obviously it could be another one. So a great way to generate a nice digital process for doing an open house instead of having the old pen and paper sign-ins. You can have that right on there. Okay, I think that is going to be it for this webinar. I just wanted to cover those two things. And again, I want to make sure that everybody knows that you do not have to do those things. Our team will do them for you. Just send them the information and we'll create the lead capture pages for you. But the training in the webinars is to show you what the system can do and how it can be used for your real estate business. I hope that was informative. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to let us know. I look forward to seeing you and speaking to you again. Take care, everyone.